Welcome to episode one of the Footballaholics EPL review show. We had an exciting number of exciting games, starting with Manchester City versus Arsenal. It ended up, City winning 3-0. And the next interesting game that we came across was United versus Spurs, a tough fought 1-all draw. And one of the, second last games for this week. Is that of Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Chelsea managed to scrape a 2-1 win in that fixture. So on this episode, we'll be covering these three games as part of our review. With we'll be first covering the City versus Arsenal game. I would start with Sanchal to express his views on the City versus Arsenal match.
Yeah, thanks, Ashwin. So, that Arsenal started with a very inexperienced lineup, according to me, as compared to City. I was surprised that City didn't start with Aguero. They started with Jesus instead. But I was equally surprised there was no Lacazette and Aubameyang pairing up top for Arsenal. But instead, Arteta preferred to go with Edward Nketiah. Maybe Ceballos. I think Sevilla could have done the same job that Willock did because this was a very big game and that to an away game and you don't know how youngsters are going to respond to that kind of immense pressure. So the game started with an okay note. I won't say it was too ominous for Arsenal, but the warning signs were there. The moment in 5th minute, I think Granit Xhaka got injured. Uh,
Yes, exactly. It changed
yeah,
the momentum.
changed the momentum because Granit was the only, I would say, the experienced head in the midfield, and he has been doing well. He has redeemed himself since mid-season. He had that falling off with Arsenal fans, but after that, he has redeemed himself, and he can play those diagonal balls. Especially you need those kind of balls when you have someone like Nketiah, Saka, or Aubameyang, because you need to use the space behind the defense. That
Yes.
inevitably would be there if City is attacking at home. So, so we missed Xhaka's smartness in the midfield. I felt
Right.
that.
Yeah,
So
I do
that
think
yeah,
once Xhaka got injured, I think Arteta's game plan probably went for a toss because there was no backup for Xhaka as such.
Yeah, I
no
feel
one
so.
can.
To add up on this, like what I feel is like once Zaka was out, the importance of I may be wrong on this, but Zaka was supposed to put up these diagonal balls. Okay, at
Right.
that time, Aubameyang would have been the best option for him. Whenever Zaka receives the ball, Aubameyang would have been the one who makes the run diagonally, or the but Aubameyang with Zaka going out, it became difficult. Caballos was one of those who plays more of a short passes game. He is not one of those who will provide those diagonal balls which were required at that time. Arteta started the game well. Like Arteta had the game in mind wherein he was more focused towards the defensive side, where he had the runners who would cover all the attack of Man City. But the only problem is once Zaka was injured, there was no one who would transform the defensive phase into the attacking phase, and that's
Yes.
where Arsenal struggled. That's what I felt.
The transitioning of from attack, from defending to quick counter attack was
No,
missing.
the entire plan. Agreed with you, Sanchal. The entire plan, the entire setup was uh, kept in the mind with Mari in the starting lineup. And when Mari got injured, no one thinks about a backup centre back or a full back. Like every team has that back four uh, consistent throughout the game. So the entire setup was done with that, and suddenly Mari getting injured, and that changed the dynamics. I felt like with Lewis coming into the game, and okay, yes, there were mistakes committed by Lewis, which were like at that moment is not acceptable. Like it was just the halftime was about to end. It was difficult time, and that's where I felt it caused the game. And then after that, the Arsenal just lost it chasing the game. They were
Yes.
never ever set up to chase the game.
They were looking to counter, but the problem was no one was picking up Aubameyang's runs. He was taking a lot of good runs, but no one was picking him up. No one in the midfield could do. And
True,
once David Luiz got a red card, even Guendouzi had to fall back into centre back, which spoiled their midfield game actually.
true.
So there was
What would be that, according to you? What was the game-changing moment that led to,
Be the game-changing moment for me.
Introduction of David Luiz.
yeah,
injury
we can
to
say that.
Xhaka and Mari
Also,
and
I would
introduction
like
of
to
David Luiz.
I was not expecting Arsenal to win against City, so I'm not
Yeah.
that much, disappointed with that performance. Okay, there are too many excuses you can find in that performance, but
I completely agree, but of all the things Arsenal did wrong and how they were impacted by the injuries and how Arteta's tactics got affected due to these injuries, we need to also look into what Man City did right. So if you look at the lineup, it was a very fresh lineup. Like if we all the prediction that we had, we always stated we always put our bet on that Aguero would start, but to put in young Jesus. Yeah, he's young, but he has enough experience. I think the entire Arsenal midfield doesn't have. So with Jesus, there was Sterling and Mahrez, and the mid three of KDB, Silva, and Gundogan. They were just perfect. But for me, the biggest differentiator was Laporte coming back. But if you look back, the entire City campaign, their problem started when Laporte got injured. His injury led them to lose games, led them to concede at crucial situations. So he was there, and with him, Pep took that gutsy decision to bring in Eric Garcia. It was highly unfortunate. He had a very good game. Unfortunate that he got injured the way he did, but it was a commanding game from the defense point of view. Mendy and Walker didn't have much in terms of defending to do, so they did what they do best: running, driving forward, helping their midfield and the strikers to get position and to put in more balls into the box and to trouble Arsenal's defense. So, more than Arsenal's loss, it is City's win. I feel individually, the City team was far superior than the Arsenal team, and in my view, I'm not surprised that Arsenal lost. Yeah, I'm surprised that it was highly unfortunate that we got those injuries, and people are now discussing that okay, how because of this injuries we got impacted. But I never doubted Guardiola's team to lose this match.
I expect Arsenal to, come back with a response on their next outings. So
so
hopefully we have something positive to talk about their performance in the next game.